What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode in our Nighthawks Relocation Fantasy Draft franchise. It's week 6, we're about to be at least, and we're going against another division rival in the Dallas Cowboys. You obviously see, if you didn't watch the game, maybe you should. It was a pretty good game, and I don't know if it really sets the tone for this next episode, but if you look at the way the season's kind of like progressing, I think it's an important game to watch because it's a very talented team, led by Patrick Mahomes, and we got off to a really bad start, but we were able to kind of climb back and actually almost win it. I mean, you look at the fact that we missed a field goal early in the game, we had a fumble late in the game, there's some things that could have went better and went our way, and you never know, we could have probably won that game and should have won that game, would have been their first loss, and obviously, we'd be looking a little bit better on the outlook for the chance to take the division title, but as of right now, we're just trying to avoid going any further under 500, so no division title talk this week, or maybe even for the foreseeable future. Still no breakouts. I'm going to make sure that they're on, just because I know EA likes to cuck me. They kind of flash that that slider. Of course, you could see that the Cowboys did win their game. They're 4-1 now, and, the Eagles are 0-5, so I suppose it could always be worse. But let's take a look at the players of the week. Probably gave up another one, right? I mean, it's just inevitable at this rate. And we actually didn't. But we do have to go up against a player of the week in Mr. Dak Prescott, who actually is on the Cowboys, speaking of, which is, they didn't want to let him go, I guess. I don't know what else to tell you, but we'll take a look at the team real quick. If you guys don't know the kind of reason why we're a bad team or all that, maybe check out episode 1 if you're new to the series, new to the channel. And if you are, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe. Do a ton of franchise stuff. And yeah, I'm trying not to pre-record these too much. I think right now we're like maybe an episode ahead of, what's on YouTube. I don't want to pre-record. I've done it in the past. I know some other people pre-record hardcore, but I feel like I wouldn't say it's disingenuous with the series, but I want to at least be able to implement some potential ideas that I think are pretty good. And of course, it's a good idea for us to stop this morale drop. I get we're not winning, but we have a lot to be happy about, especially on defense. And yeah, we'll take a quick look at their team, get into the weekly strategy, and then potential upgrades, which I imagine since we're such a low overall, we may have some in a moment. So we obviously know about Dak Prescott being a very solid player in the 90s with morale, has a little bit of speed. James Conner is the running back, 88 speed, a little bit faster than I would have thought. Decent trucking, probably going to be a problem for us. Fullback, we don't care too much about. Wide receiver, Tyler Lockett, a little bit of speed there. Zach Pascal, though, a couple of guys that are kind of possession-y receivers, but not really that good at catching. So, I mean, not the strongest wide receiver group. However, you do see Mark Andrews, a very good vertical threat guy. Zach Ertz is that kind of possession guy, although he's kind of regressed a little bit. Left tackle's decent with a lot of potential. Tomlinson's decent. Center is pretty awful, actually. Right guard's very solid, and right tackle's meh. Left end is meh. Right end is Montez Sweat. And was that... They're wasting Trayvon Walker? Maybe they rotate him, I don't know, but... Daron Payne, the best DT on their team, and obviously a very good talent in general. Keanu Neal, fast. Kenneth Murray, fast. Lorenzo Carter, fast. So a lot of speed there. Defensively, they have Lattimore. They have a couple of players. They have a couple of, key players here or there that can definitely make an impact. So obviously, after seeing what we've seen, it is pretty clear that they're a pass team first. However, their percentages aren't crazy different. If you're looking at it, they're actually pretty good across the board. I would say medium pass is what you want to defend the most, though, because looking at the passer rating, your short passer rating should technically be a bit higher, I suppose. Actually, it's kind of hard to tell because passer rating, yeah, I mean, I guess there's a lot of numbers that can kind of sway that, but typically if your medium and deep passer rating is very close to your short and close to everything, that means you're just a good passing team in general, and you do probably have to worry about the deeper stuff more. So we're going to go with medium, just because they do have possession guys for the most part. And then on defense, the other side, obviously, the run game might not look super great. They got a decent pass rush. However, their coverage outside of Lattimore is definitely lacking. So I'm actually going to go with throw at medium this week. You can see that their medium pass rating is decent, but their deep pass is really bad. However, I once again don't think we have that many crazy great deep threats. We have some guys that can maybe throw a splash here, but no consistent guys that I'd be like, okay, he's getting open this play. And then on to a bunch of different things. Jordan Davis got injured in practice. No! I'm going to go power rusher because He's been a decent block shedder, but I really need him to get to the quarterback, and he gets a speed, which is crazy because he's already super athletic for his size, and he gets a power move with an excel. I mean, that's kind of bonkers. Then we have Sky Moore, who needs kind of a lot of everything. We're going to keep going deep threat because we want him to be a decent, quote-unquote deep threat, if you will, and he gets too deep route. I really would have loved to see a release in there, but, it is what it is. And then Cole Turner, maybe the most impressive player, maybe even the best player on all of offense, gets an upgrade. Vertical threat, gets an excel, 2 to medium route, 1 to catch and traffic. The medium route is definitely massive. We want to keep that rating going up and up. And then the rest are all kind of backups. Nick Harris is going to be a backup yet again for Mr. Chris Paul. So here we are for back-to-back home games. Of course, this time is not a primetime game. I will say that one did sort of live up to the hype, as we obviously came out strong in the second half and made it a real close one down the wire. Now this one a little bit earlier, obviously. Still at home though, and still looking for a victory. Obviously losing Jordan Davis is going to be huge. We have had a couple of guys similar-ish to Jordan Davis. Obviously nowhere near the athletic freak, but the same kind of nose tackle-like build, which, I mean, honestly, without that athleticism, I'm not really sure that's even a positive thing here, but you get what I'm saying. They're similarly built players, if you will. But yeah, that's definitely going to be a weakness for us. I know we did kind of mention, hey, we aren't worried about the run game as much as their pass game, but with that Jordan Davis news, which I suppose came after the practice, I can't really do anything about it anyways, that could change a little bit here during game day. We'll have to monitor the situation, obviously adjust accordingly, and also at halftime, adjust the game plan. Of course, Hawkins, guy that's done all right, but we've yet to see him really break out. We're definitely waiting that, as I'm not saying he's going to be replaced because I do really like him in the receiving game, but maybe Ty Chandler does get some more opportunities at some point. We'll see. But I mean, even at this rate, Kylan Hill really isn't even getting out there. So, I mean, it's just really we get ourselves in a bad spot. We have to throw our way out of it, and we almost win, or we do win because of that, and the running backs just kind of get thrown to the side, but that also does play a little bit of a factor, is that we just can't block. All right, so we know about how good of a quarterback Dak is, but I was about to say, how well is he actually playing? And apparently extremely well, giving Patrick Mahomes a run for his money, and after playing a game against us, you really do boost those numbers quite a bit usually. Notice I said usually, because we're going to be optimistic. We're not going to say that every single game's a death match where we just are on the losing end. Even though that, that's all I'm going to say. That, and Dak's going to take a coverage sack. Really good coverage out the gate. And they're going to lose 14 yards. That is an amazing start for this team. Once again, like I said, they're a bit weak in the receiving group. And they're not even running Andrews here. They got a bit of a curl route. And, of course, for some reason, Wade kind of leaves that. But of course, we picked that up pretty nicely with Tyndall, and they're already in a pretty bad spot. I don't feel great about using the D-line. Once again, no Jordan Davis. It's kind of our guy, as Anderson is covering perfectly. Just keep an eye out. I mean, you get that much time, and Woolen doesn't give a crap. He gets there last second, and they're stopped. Not a great throw. I know, Dak was on the run, and as he was throwing it, he finally got a little bit of pressure on him, but overall, I mean, that's pretty bad by Dak, and of course, pretty good job by number 19 on the gunner play. Of course, Kellen Mond. The numbers are improving. Not a whole lot after last week, but the week before was massive. 8 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, but the completion percentage is still staying pretty steady at a respectable, 60-something %, which I know tells a whole lot because, it's not like 99% of the quarterbacks are in the 60-something %, right? A lot of information there. As we're going to go to Claypool, and Claypool's kind of getting more involved. I thought there was a good chance that little left foot is out. I mean, if that's a 4th down play, you absolutely challenge that. And you know what? It's not a 4th down play, and they still don't care. They're like, you know what? We've seen the struggles this team has had. A 1st down gives them field goal range. We can't even guarantee if this comes back, which it probably will. That left foot looks awful. Is it left? Oh my God, he didn't even get 1 foot down, technically. Wow. Oh, man, that's bad. It wasn't a bad throw by any means. It's there. It's where it needs to be, right? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Screen pass, and that's dead because can't get out of there. They brought enough pressure. The linemen did their job, actually. It's just, yeah, I mean, I guess good challenge. Once again, like I said, we're in a 3rd down and 10 situation now, and there's a good chance we don't get the first down here. And there's Turner. Great throw. Great catch. And you can see on the bottom, it said fearless. My man, Kellen, is fearless. Their words, not mine. I'm just saying. Of course, I kind of want to run a slant. Number 51's kind of pulling off. They got the wrong personnel. Come on, just get some blocks. I mean, we got literally like a half yard. And the reason why we got that is because we ran away from the play. I mean, that is just... We got handled. Again. And who is this? Tutu Atwell, and he drops it. Number 19's kind of playing well. We probably should have went for the possession, but it just felt like we had so much, separation there. We didn't need to. Let's try this. Kind of got the 2. Atwell could get open here. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about it, but... And I can't take that. He distracts him, but not quite enough. That could be enough for a field goal, though. Might want to look back at this and see if we missed. So quick looks. I mean, you maybe have Chase. We've seen a couple of drops already. He dropped a wide open one. We might have gotten ourselves in a little bit of trouble, but obviously you see that. Hawkins is a small guy. It doesn't take much to get past him. If we stand tough in the pocket, we probably do have Sky Moore there. Unfortunately, you're just not going to hit that from that angle. And yeah, I mean, other than sitting in the pocket for a potential sack, throwing to Sky Moore, I don't really think we could have done much better. This is a really tough field goal. I wouldn't blame a miss here, but we're going to hope not to. I mean, that's pretty good. And it is barely, and it might even hit the crossbar there. Thought it was over enough, but either way, an amazing kick from Tucker. We're definitely making up for it last week. I can't really even tell. It might have just hit the net weirdly. We hit a field goal. Jesus. Up 3. And, of course, Dallas didn't even run it once, I don't think, which is a little surprising. I know technically Kellen Mond was... He's a scramble, but, I mean, the stat sheet's going to show that we ran it more than them already, kind of, so just saying. Better running team than Dallas, what can I tell you? Of course, a lot of moving pieces, pretty good man coverage, actually, and Wade with a huge hit. I think that's another hit for number 14, Pascal, getting just hammered there. Would have loved to see Wade jump up there. I know Wade's not as tall, but still could have made a play. That was... could have easily been caught, I'm just saying. I thought he was going to go to the tight end. Tight end might have had a shot there. I mean, technically he did go to the tight end. You know what I mean. The deeper tight end, I think it was. There might have been a 2 tight end set. Oh, Lord. I'm actually going to leave Burns in coverage. He doesn't play well in pass rush anyways, it seems. So. And we are just slightly out of position. We're just going to completely miss that. Burns, speaking of, makes the tackle. More than he's done, well, for the majority of this season. Here it is, the run. Of course, they don't have great playmakers at wide receiver, so you can kind of get away with, coming up to the line a little bit as we just completely sell. Thank God Connor does as well. That Trent Richardson vision is really hurting him. Of course, James Conner statistically looking kind of like Hawkins, which, I mean, I can't really tell if that's sad on his part or sad on Hawkins' part, to be honest. I'm just going to call it an equal. It's a null. No victory, no losses. Of course, Tyler Shelvin playing a lot more now because of the practice injury to Mr. Jordan Davis. Unfortunate, but it's okay. We believe in everyone on this team. Probably not to be. I'm kind of lying, but we're hoping for something. It's really, really sucky, though. Is that Nizraldine? I mean, once again, safety convert, but it's still not easy as we literally get beat on the play. Kind of got bumped by someone else. We were in pretty good coverage, step for step, and then I don't know who the hell bumped us, but somebody did. And here, this 5 wide has been kind of lethal, so. And he holds on. Number 14's been kind of getting battered around a little bit. Interesting. And Patrick Peterson, who's been maybe not the greatest on curls, but has taken 2 for touchdowns. Gives up another touchdown, which is... You lose a lot and you win some with this cornerback group. I just want to know if the Nighthawks are playing on Thanksgiving. That's really all that matters here, honestly. That's the question when we're all looking to get answered, as Tutu Atwell is going to get a chance to return it and barely get to the 20. Stretch to the left. Pretty good blocks, actually, and Hawkins going to show off that speed. Nice cut move as well. Adds to that total. Gets 21. Really good job by the backup tight end. Probably Eboa, I imagine. But that's a really good play to set up the ground a little bit. And once again, potentially set up a great play action play here. As the tight end is very open. That's a pretty good throw. And Cole Turner, I know it's a little bit easier because he kind of has a chance to slow down for it. Doesn't make a mistake and actually keeps the ball and stays in bounds. The Claypool should take some notes, just saying. As Hawkins, wow, shoestring tackle, but gains about 4. You know what, they're going to go up a step further, and they're going to say he gained 5. They're just crazy at this rate. What can you tell you? Atwell, maybe. Chase Claypool, and yeah, I can't really blame Kellen Mond. I mean, the thing is, I can blame him because realistically, Kellen Mond knows he's going to take the hit. You just take the hit and deliver. You know what I mean? Hawkins up the middle. That could have been a fumble. I mean, the field goal puts us down by 1. But at the same time, though, do you believe in your defense? I don't know. We're going to go for it. As Cole Turner is going to be short. Oh, my Lord. That was an awful throw by Kellen. I'm just challenging this. This is too big of a play not to. I think it's... I wonder if they're going to show us the line, the digital line that everyone at home gets to see. Wow, that was quick. That was... Oh, no, they're just going... They're leaving? Oh, it is. And they overturned it! Coach of the year! Hell yeah, brother. I knew it. The benefits of playing at home. I'll tell you. Oh, my God, we got crushed. We actually lost a yard on a run, a dive. Of course, I don't know how many people are going to actually be tricked by this, but at the same time, our play is kind of limited, so I wouldn't actually blame them. Oh! Great catch, actually, by the fullback. No cap. And honestly, I hope this is a hold. I mean, it's a hold, but are they going to accept? I wouldn't accept this if I'm them. At the same time, you have Tucker. You kind of believe in him to make the play, rather this being 2 chances at the end zone, realistically. And that is almost going to be picked off because of the throw out of sack. I think we might have had a chance at the end zone. That's still a massive gainer, and instead it's, I mean, almost a fumble. You know, coming off the, I wouldn't say the blind side, but coming off that quick, unblocked, that's hard to account for. This Tutu Atwell is just going to catch it and kind of get us back to the 21-yard line. I mean, that's just a blown offensive blocking assignment. All right, so we went for it on 4th down, basically for nothing, but if we hit the field goal, I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Can't really blame coaching for going for it, getting it, going back 11 yards on a freaking holding call, 10 yards. I mean, what can you do? I'm just glad it wasn't intercepted when we got hit. I don't think anyone would be blaming Kellen Mond, but that would have been another one. Let's go with Togiai, who's actually been decent. He's working through that double teams, trying, gets absolutely hammered. And Stearns is all over that play with the tight end, and Andrew surprisingly doesn't break a tackle, just gets taken down. It's significant size difference. It looks like he's an X Factor, but nope, he's just standing on an X on the field. I mean, there's a curl route wide open here. Anyone want to come to that? Huge hit by Tyndall, and it's out. 3rd and 5 with the blitz. I mean, we can't bring everyone. We can bring 5, and that's it. I mean, we're chopping carrots here and can't get out there. Tyndall tries, and that's a big gain for number 6. Obviously, a blitz on a 5 wide is pretty bad. But, they looked at the left side of the line, or the front, the formation for them, and they looked a little confused out their breaks. I mean, there was a chance to break one free there. I don't know what kind of success we had on the blitz, but, oh, Patrick Peterson, good try. In fairness, you got to go for the reach on that. He had a chance at that one, and maybe not a pick, but at least a knockout. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the successful level was, but overall, that's just, one of the plays you have to try, I feel. And they're going to run it on that formation, which is really bad. A little bit of a block in the back, debatable. Of course, we really weren't ready for the run. They just don't seem like a first down running team. Although that might have been 2nd and short. Burns going to get blocked, and that's just a terrible throw across his body as Wade's going to get it. There's a block. Wade has a shot at this thing. To the 40, the 30s, running out of juice. Run! And he goes down at the 7. What an electrifying play. Dak. Oh, no, no. What are you doing, big fella? Across his body with a good rushing lane. My eyes just died on that. And then Wade, the patience to wait for a block rather than engage quickly, thinking, it's a quarterback. I can juke him out. Waited for it, ran out of juice, but got it all the way down to the 7. And now this is where you say, okay, are we a team that can run the ball? You got to come away with points on this. And they just absolutely smoked the inside. I'm going to say no, we are not a team that can run the ball. Now we bring a little bit more receiving threats onto the field. You can't really tell. Maybe this is another run. Maybe it's not. And it is, because obviously we know. And the left guard double teams a guy that was already locked up. And we gain 2 yards, maybe, on 2 plays. We do have these set-up sit-downs, but, I mean, unless it's a Sky Moore play, I don't know what we're going to look at here. And that is Sky Moore. He dropped it. Well, good thing Tucker came to play, I guess, because it's going to be a field goal. We're now leading with 3 total field goals kicked. And it is barely halfway through the second. NFL field goal record, perhaps. We're going to get to 30 today, but we're not scoring touchdowns. 0 blitz is as dangerous as it sounds. Wade is a trustworthy guy. And he, I mean, kind of. I don't know if he got a little bit of tripping, got away with that, but gain of 3 could have been a lot more. It was looking very scary there, too. There's Ordine against Connor, who's actually a little bit of an underrated receiver. And Patrick Peterson burned. Missed tackle by Stearns. Tackled down to the 49. And now their center is injured. They're losing players. No doubt about it. It keeps sounding like a seagull as well. And no Steven. Little bump, and that is a burn. Anderson is fast. And he will miss the tackle. Touchdown. Are we kidding? Is this not Palmer, their worst wide receiver on the field by a long shot? So we did try to settle them a little bit. We try to, balance them out. But Patrick Peterson just destroys his own player to cover a drag route. Wade gets smoked. And, of course, Anderson. I mean, I don't know what that is. That is like, I don't know if he's been practicing with Deion Sanders in the offseason, but that is not a good tackle attempt. Well, you know the drill. Try to get more field goals, I guess. From the 25-yard line, Hawkins up the middle. And once again, not going to find much room. He's going to make the room himself by breaking off of several tackles. Gains 5. My man. That's what I'm talking about. Once again, the ground game isn't really great, but we're developing enough maybe to threaten them with a play action, I suppose. We're not going to waste any time. The tight end gets about 10. Of course, I'm worried about anyone catching the ball, but when you're that open, I mean, I just got to throw it to you. You catching it or not, that's on you. That's your job. Up the middle, Hawkins tries to cut it back, gains about a yard. I mean, we're running the ball from many different formations, and they just don't care. They simply don't. Of course, they have the wheels kind of unlocked, but they may not have the Claypool and the drags unlock. And Claypool, nice catch for first down. Number 28 had a chance, but Claypool is a huge individual, so we trusted it. I also want to see what a streak with that quick throw to Moore looks like. Claypool or Moore should get open. And there's Moore. I mean, just the way they were lined up, you could tell that one of the two was going to get open unless somebody absolutely jumped that. So, I mean, unless those guys were predetermining where the routes were going to be on our side, they were kind of screwed, and we made the right call pre-snap. And Hawkins gets about 7. All right, the coveted read option fail. Let's get that one out of the way real quick. As we're going to try to hide behind the line, we cannot. And Lorenzo Carter is now injured. Their guys are kind of made of glass, it seems. RPO look, they do have an X factor over there, so I'm going to go with the play action. Actually, it's not even the play action. Yeboah, though. We're just going to throw this away. 4th and 2. It shouldn't be this hard to gain a couple of yards. I'm just saying. And you know what? They're telling me to go for it. I don't agree. I know how hard it is to gain a yard. We barely got it last time. I'm taking the damn field goal. Just hit it so we don't look really stupid. You missed it. You missed that field goal and you just look so dumb. It's like you should have went for it anyways. And the fact that you missed clearly proves it. It's like, well, I can't really argue that now, can I? Thanks for bringing it up. Only down 2 with only field goals. This is how you win games these days, isn't it? Field goals. So close. No cigar. But you know what? A nice half-used cigarette. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. See Brian Burns in action. Speed rush with the push inside. It works. And we miss, but obviously it kind of brings Connor out of bounds. So, and we're ready for the run. I imagine they're going to, right? Anderson almost blew that up. And speaking of blowing things up, James Conner, and they're all going to dive. What just happened? We are easily the worst team in the league, yet we have 2 wins. I don't know what to tell you. I am actually shocked by what I just seen. We played it so conservatively. Tyndall gets absolutely buried. I mean, is this LeGarrette Blount we're looking at? Is this Prime Bettis? Who is this? No, it's James freaking Conner. Can I just live in my little world where field goals are enough to win, please? Can defense, please? It's a fantasy of mine. Let it become reality. Oh my, yeah, that's Darden on the returns. I thought it was Bidet. Not that he's much bigger weight-wise, but he is a larger individual. I suppose it may be a little bit easier to get, leverage against a smaller guy. So I don't know. Hawkins at the quick throw, maybe. And it looked like Sky Moore. That's going to be picked off because Hawkins is like, you want me to go up a little bit further, boss? I will go to the end zone. Thank you. Kellen Mond needs to leave. And it's not his fault. Like, he needs to leave for a better situation. There should be no one that should be in this spot. Oh, my. Should have just threw it to him, honestly. Go out of bounds for 2-yard gain instead of an easy first down. Whatever, dude. As long as you're not giving them the ball inside the 30. But, you just expect people to do the bare minimum. And that just didn't happen on that play. And once again, Patrick Peterson burned on a curl route. Shocker. I mean, what do I do to stop that? You know what I mean? Like, hooks are automatically set to 10 yards. Even though it probably wasn't even a hook anyways. Oh, my. Like I said, underrated. Connor actually gets tackled one-on-one. I know Woolen's a tall guy. I guess I'll call a timeout. I mean, at this point, I don't think you really even want to defend this. I know you don't believe in your offense, but I'd much rather at least have a chance to score. And of course, we just... I mean, it's kind of our fault, but, like, I don't know, dude. 1st and goal from the 1. 3 timeouts. I mean, in what world do we win this scenario? And we got too many guys on one side of the field. I mean, I'll take that. I think the Cowboys made a wrong decision there. Although, when you look at our team on offense, you're thinking, hey, we can get another pick, maybe even a pick 6, and just call this thing at half. Maybe it actually makes sense when you factor that in. Right, Tutu Atwell? Don't get used to the kick returns. Might be off of him after halftime. We wanted to give him another chance, and not even he can spark anything there. Sounds like my last marriage. All right, let's get a block from Hawkins. Oh, not again. We're not doing this. And we had a chance at Tutu Atwell, but once again, even with the running back block, we get freaking shedded by whoever the hell Franklin is. Thought maybe it was Trayvon for a second, but I guess he doesn't have 44. You gotta be joking. I get it's maybe a little off-timed. Oh my, dude. I mean, they have all 3 timeouts. There's really no point in running the ball anyways. You might as well just freaking get buck wild. Take a shot to the 6'4" wide receiver you have. And I wasn't going to say anything, but that looked pretty good. I honestly just feel like Kellen Mond just unleashed as much as he could into the air. And honestly, that's all I was asking for there. And once again, almost near instant pressure. I know we're under center there, but I don't care, dude. Instant pressure again, like... Decent punt. I mean, we would love to keep that in bounds, waste some more clock, maybe get it even further, but at the same time, you can't risk a return with this damn team. Wow. As usual, it goes so wrong. Good tackle. Clean by Tyndall, and believe it or not, even with the way they've had their way with us, they're actually going to go into half without trying to put up any more points, which I'm a little surprised by. 28-12. I don't even feel like offense has played that badly. It's actually kind of been the defense this time, but at the same time, offense isn't putting up enough points. Field goals just aren't going to cut it, but change to short, throw it short because we just can't get any blocks. And then I suppose change it to short defense as well. Curls are technically short routes, right? They run into the 0 to 10 yard range, so technically, and we're, yeah, once again, no more. So the run game absolutely was not working, but the pass game started to not work either. So let's try to get the ground game going again. And Hawkins going to slip off of an ankle tackle, gains about 9. Once again, this is pretty cliche go for it play, and I don't care, I'm going to do it. But I also wonder why they're running the exact same depth. I don't know if this is really going to work out, but I'm just going to take that dump down. I don't know what that... I mean, like, pre-play I was like, maybe. But the blocks, once again, they didn't develop. They didn't materialize as usual. And I was just like, this is dumb. And, of course, they're kind of running the wrong side here. So, I mean, we should make a play. Or not. We're going to get insta-shed again. I mean, their entire defensive line beat our O-line there. Looking for the double move on the inside of the tight end. And they are going to leave Tutu Atwell pretty open. I do, once again, got a hit stick there by Keanu Neal. No, not afraid of a huge hit stick himself. And I do worry about that with the size. I think this is a counter. It looks like a counter. Says counter. I imagine it's counter. And, I can't really blame Brown. I know he's athletic, but he is a huge unit to try to move around. But if he would have made that play, oh boy, uproar would have happened. And 67 misses. Once again, I know we're asking a decent bit of our tackles here, but you're in the lane. The problem is getting to the lane in time. You got to the lane in time. You're just not blocking. It's now 3rd and 7 in sort of field goal range. And we just got to take that throw up to Sky Moore, who makes an amazing catch. Pretty much all for nothing, though. And in this situation, I just don't see how the punt helps. I was obviously hoping to get more here to open up a better chance to go for it, but still. And Claypool, you got to hit that throw. It's a dime! That is the clutch gene. When you ask if a guy is clutch, hitting that throw on the run after struggles all day is the definition of clutch. There's no better definition. That is amazing. Good job. Keeps the game alive for us. And that is, I will admit, a very low velocity throw. Went low on it, so thankfully that's probably the reason why I couldn't get to it in time to make the pick, but also this play's dead. I really like the RPO look, but as you can see, I mean, there's 2 guys lined up over the tight end. One of them is blitzing. Simply put, one of them is blitzing. Probably not both, but one of them is. As you can see, we were not wrong. And we're going to throw a dot up there, and Sky Moore again, who dropped a touchdown earlier, comes away with another tough one. A wide-open touchdown that was dropped, may I add. We're also going to kind of use Sky Moore as a decoy here. We're not really intending to throw it to him. We're just kind of dragging him out of the play. And we're not going to really see it. We did maybe have that last second at 2-2, but why risk a throw? Just gain your 8 and get out of here. Of course, even though we're driving all the way down the field on them for a potential 1-possession deficit, kind of a racer type thing, the momentum has not changed in our favor one bit, like a sliver. It actually went all the way back up, forcing us to a 3rd and 3. Would you guys think that if we got the first down that would change? Probably not, right? 3rd and 3, do you believe in the run? I don't, but I also hate the pass game right now. So we're going to run it as Hawkins is going to be a yard short. They don't have the fullback, or the, like, look at this. The arrow's going backwards. Like, is it really something we think is going to happen here? There you go. I was about to say, they're not really ready for it. They don't really have to be all game long, but obviously hurt them on that one. But we take it. First down. Nothing's easy in this league, and anyone that plays us kind of disagrees with that. Chase Claypool, maybe not. Quick throw to the outside. Hawkins going to turn into about 5. I mean, they're just locked down, dude. I mean, we're just getting absolutely shut down. I want the slant from Atwell, but I'm really just trying to use that to set up Turner. I feel like the slants are pretty deadly on this play. And to the outside again. Leads him a little bit, but that's also another 4-yard gain. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is a first down, you know? Keep that math mentality going. Keep your mind sharp, kids. You won't forget things. Claypool back in the end zone is a possibility. And we're going to low again with Turner. It's another 4 yards. We're 4 away from a touchdown. I'm not an expert, but hear me out. I'm okay with this. And we're just going to throw this away. I mean, we feel like we have the sprint right away. We're kind of just hoping that the under center there, it kind of signals a run. which, I mean, it does, but they didn't really seem to care. Second goal from the 4, up the middle, Hawkins. Gonna get some good blocks, and that's a touchdown. Whew. That was a long freaking drive. And of course, now we're in a situation where we need the 2. I don't want to sell this, but I'm kind of feeling Sky Moore is pretty open. And he is. He caught it. Yes. He can do things in the end zone after all. Down 8. Kelmon got that clutch gene. I don't know if it's just because you got to be a little more risky in those situations and the risk pays off, but just seems like in those situations he just awakens. But let's see, can the team help the offense get back into this? I mean, it's kind of been a team effort. Oh, good job by Woolen, but that could have been a pick 6. I mean, I'm thinking with how much time's left in the game, I think you maybe take that shot. Even if you give up 15 yards, it's not the end of the world, but a pick 6 opens things up even more for us as we can't get out there, but either can Connor, and now their lineman is hurt. Zach Tom, and I think we're bringing it. This is crazy risk, but we're bringing it. And it works! Patrick Peterson with the pick! Get out there! And he tries to make the juke move down to the 1. Maybe he had a chance to just run it in, but oh my! It is what it is, because it's a 1-yard line, baby. And obviously it's going to be predictable. That's why they're stacking, but we got to run it. And what a try by Hawkins, but of course we will be short. I mean, the fullback got us that 4th and 1 conversion. I think we're going to go back to it. Screw it, dude. Up the middle and barely gets it, but freaking touchdown. Down by 2. Stretch play. Who would expect us? Who would expect us to have the balls? No one would, and that's why it works. Tie game. Hawkins is absolutely hyped, and why wouldn't he be? Entering the 4th, it's all tied up. These latest games have been absolutely bonkers. Like, it's just been crazy. I mean, you see the way the games are transfolding. I don't even know that's a word, to be honest. But you see the way they're happening. You're like, oh, this game's over. And then we just come out of nowhere. I'm telling you. Tyler Shelving getting locked up hard here. And there's nowhere to go. Dak is going to take that shot. But, of course, that is going to be out of bounds. Surprised Dak didn't just take the sack. He kind of did earlier with, might have been Brian Burns, actually. Which wouldn't surprise me because Brian Burns is like the ultimate just nothing for us. So if he gets involved, then you know it's just the quarterback's doing. As Patrick Peterson, dude, I get it. You're older. It's not easy. The curl route, especially with no safety help, I think we just need to start bringing more safety help, to be honest. And again, the safeties need help just as much as the freaking corners do. And that's a huge hit by Stearns. He obviously has a little bit of pop. Of course, Lockett's probably one of the easier guys to hit stick if you get a chance, as far as like size comparison. Not by easy to line up. Tyler Shelvin getting a push, and there's no one over the middle, which is where Zach Pascal will get involved, even though he's been pretty silent today. Not that he's like the biggest name in the world, but when you have names like Pascal and freaking Palmer out there, you can't really expect anyone else to kind of show up. So we're going to be bringing a little bit of a blitz. There's no one on the outside. As Woolen misses, so does Stearns. Thankfully, Cox was following up with that. Gotta love the effort. The problem stems from just getting no pressure. Also, is Drake Jackson hurt? I can't remember. We just got absolutely tossed to the side. Brian Burns. Woolen! Oh, it was a bad throw. Woolen gets completely turned around. I can't remember what Drake Jackson's injury was. He's ready to play. Then come in the game! Oh, he's like, okay. I was about to say, dude, it just says ready to play. It's like forcing to play injured. It's like, no, that's not the same thing as ready to play. Can play and ready to play are two different things. Trying to injure my guy for life in Togiai. Could be a fumble. Connor was all over that anyways, but 3rd and 10. We're coming with the press. Our man coverage isn't terrible. We just kind of leave our guy. And Woolen just absolutely, our man coverage sucks. Woolen just absolutely just got burned by Mark freaking Andrews. Not that he's not a good player, but you're Tariq Woolen. You have the same size, height-wise, with way more athleticism. That just cannot happen. As they're going to regain the lead. Clutch by them, obviously, but that should have been a field goal for us. I'm more of a liability in that situation than anyone. I'm not touching that, but I mean, maybe I should going forward, as Atwell's going to get us to the 27. It's been a hell of a game, though. We said it probably a few times now, but it's true. And they're, of course, back in their little, like, you can't see anything mode. Claypool kind of started the game out with a drop on a situation like that, or a miss. And they're going to say he missed again. I mean, I only have one challenge remaining. Might as well challenge it here. It's 8:30 in the fourth. Can't take, you know, money with you to heaven when you die. I mean, what? What happened? Left foot? Hello? How many feet do you need in? He had 400 feet in. And, of course, we don't win that, so no extra challenges for us. That's our last challenge. So if anything happens between here and, you know, the 2-minute warning, we're cooked. We're in a bad spot. Underneath Hawkins, who's just been kind of a hero, you know, for us. About the 12 yards on that play. Under 200 yards passing in this game. And, I mean, you can see the way the game's going. It's not really... It's like, what can we really do? They're moving Lattimore around pretty well as well, which, you know, kind of struggles, makes us struggle. And there goes Sky Moore. Tries to cut it in bounds, doesn't really do anything with it. A little dangerous, to be honest. Kind of just asking to be hit stick in that situation. 5-wide set, which we don't do usually because it's just a liability. And I'm honestly just going to turn this into 4 streaks with a drag. I like Claypool here. I like him a lot. Slips off. Fighting forward to the 15, showing some size. That under 200 might not be a thing soon. Back to Kylan Hill, who once upon a time was looking like the potential starter, is going to gain a yard. Oh, my. That is just bad news. Got Tutu Atwell. I mean, Sky Moore's a decent blocker, but it is Marshawn Lattimore. Screw it. Got to get creative. And Tutu Atwell runs him. Gains about 8. That's okay. We take it. I don't know what to damn think about this, to be honest. They're ready for the run, but we kind of have to run it here. And there goes Hawkins. Kind of had a lot of room for everything, but they did seem like they were kind of ready for Kellen Mond more than the running back in a way. I don't believe in the pitch at all. I don't believe in the pass either. I mean, why is there nothing going to the right? I mean, Tutu Atwell on that out, maybe? Had X, but obviously you're not going to hit that. Throwaway. Utilize those legs as much as possible to try and find something open. Going to go with the heavy formation on the inside. Could look to just go outside again, like the 2-point conversion. And that's a really good cut. Touchdown, Hawkins. Great job for that lineman to stick with it, too. That was a beauty. That was beautiful vision. I mean, look at this thing. A thing of beauty. A little bit of a block in the back. Once again, it's inside the pocket, so I don't know if that's even technically against the rules. I mean, obviously I see that hole, but I just can't get to it with the momentum. We're, like, in control right about here. I mean, we try to cut that back, and number was a 9. He probably closes that lane. But look at that. Ooh, that is dime work. Nobody wants to lose to the Nighthawks. So I was a little surprised, honestly, they didn't try to ice us on that. 35 all. It's all tied up again. 5 minutes left. This is a team sport, ladies and gentlemen. And I think this team shows it more than any in the league. 4 field goals this game, maybe 5. I can't even remember. But all of this effort to be in this spot. Come on, boys. Huge game. Let's go. Nice move. Burns. Can't get to him. Dak, just stay. I was about to say Dak, but Wade, just stay with it. Good job by Dak to kind of maneuver. Obviously, Burns was kind of on borrowed time there. You know, a lot of time for Dak to find somebody, and more importantly, you know, couldn't really keep up with him on that run. And Nisraldine. Oh, really good hit by Stearns, in fairness. But Togiai with a really good shot. Couldn't get to him in time. 4 minutes in the fourth. They're moving. Not particularly well, but they're moving nonetheless. That out. He holds on to that. That's harsh. That's a pretty good throw, all things considered, to be honest. Bring Stearns up. Maybe even just gun it. Quick throw to the outside. Cox misses that? I thought we easily trip him up. We kind of just threw our body at him. If he's not going to slow down, I mean, he should be tripping up on that, right? Cox on? I was about to say. That's pretty good blocking, but good teamwork to stop him. No timeouts yet because It's still kind of their job to set this thing up for themselves. And I mean, I don't want to run an engage, but I kind of do. I think you run engage 8, but Tyndall runs out. Tyndall runs at a linebacker. Or the linebacker, the other spot. And it worked! Came screaming. It might have been him actually, speaking of screaming, it seemed like it might have been a screen. Of course, they did have the tight end as well. We got over there for the wide receiver, and he had to float it, which the safety's there. Tight end's open. The running back couldn't get out there in time, and it's going to be a field goal. But you know what? We're going to have a chance to win it. Can't ice him here. Oh! No! But I think we did! Did we block it? We might have got a chance. I can't tell. We might have got a piece of it. Whether we got a piece of it or not, we affected it. No way. Melifonwu just did that. I think it's safe to say we have a little bit more than a chance. This is kind of ours to lose at this rate. From the 42, Hawkins. The man that's, you know, I'm talking about losing things, especially when it's in your grasp. Maybe the worst one to bring up. Claypool and that out. I don't like the way he runs outs, though. And I think Sky Moore with that, you know, Lattimore kind of smarter on that edge. Better just to go streaking. Throw it away. Please pick that up. We step back too far, dude. I think you can easily kind of take the shot while still having that running back option. You know, I like it like that. And they just come in untouched. Good job, guys. Good blocking. I mean, what does the tackle think he's doing? I get it. There's a bit of a, you know, front. If they go in with the 6, we're done for no matter what. But it's your job to protect the perimeter, and you just haven't done it. I like him. I like the size. I love the physicality, the speed. But he needs to be replaced. I don't know what else to tell you. Once again, it probably doesn't matter. I mean, you maybe have the Sky Moore look. You know, you maybe take the double team with Chase because he's tall, but I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. And obviously, with that sack, they get closer for a chance to drive down themselves. But also, they, you know, get the ball back with closer field position, and we just kind of screw that one up, too. So, 1 of 3 left from the 35. Ours to lose, and, I mean, it's kind of looking like we may have done just that. And Dak's going to run. And he's not going to go down. Oh, my Lord. And we just have no contain. We have no shame, honestly. And that's just a dot. Yeah, we've lost again. We've lost another game. What can I tell you? 11 seconds left. I'm not really sure why they went for that field goal so quickly. And if I'm them, I'd probably run another play. But instead, they're just going to still go for it. They're not going to technically give us the ice, but they probably should have. Melifonwu, no chance at it this time. And a bit of a disappointing loss yet again. So, of course, we're a little more on the desperate side. So, Claypool and Tariq Woolen are going to be back there on the return. And, I mean, it looks like it's an okay decision because they are going to give us a chance. And Tariq Woolen can't do much more than anyone else could have earlier in the game. Thought maybe that speed would have accounted for some, but, I mean, there's not really much you could do. I think everyone in the world sees this as a potential screen, so I'm sure this is going to go fantastically. We will get it out there. It's a hell of a spin try. Try to cut that back left where majority of the blockers were, where they aren't. And another disappointing type of choke when we made the comeback. It's just like it never ends with us. You know, there's just something. And I will say that something has been the offensive line for a long time now. But man, dude, I mean, I just think I can't believe it could be that bad. I mean, you've got the right tackle not just losing his blocks, right? You know, if you get beat, you get beat. But he's just not even engaging the guy. He's working on a double team for some reason. I mean, was it at least Deron Payne, who's not even really known for being a pass rusher, but more of a block shedder? Like, was it at least him? Or was it the 68 overall rookie that he's got his guard so shook up that he's like, here, help me? Honestly, does Brian Burns get traded for an elite right tackle? I don't know. Still a long time from that trade deadline, but I'm really thinking it, dude. You just can't play offense without without blocks. You just can't. And ultimately, Burns might be better off on a better team. You know, it's if you're a really good pass rusher, you should still show up regardless of what's around you. But at the same time, when you get that ball out as quickly as they do, when you get double teamed as much as he does, I mean, it's just, what can you really do, right? Montez Sweat, a guy that would actually be kind of interesting to target, perhaps. Burns had a sack, but I mean, that's just, who cares? Sean Way with a pick, Patrick Peterson with a pick. Just a disappointing one, dude. Again, got some upgrades. Javian Hawkins is one of them, a guy that just has so much heart. I mean, he's willing to just keep going through the hole, even though he knows it's not going to be there for long, and takes the hit anyways. Runs his routes, takes the hit there as well. Ben Mason, he doesn't know when his name's going to be called. He turns up some good first downs for us. Got a touchdown this week. Tyson Anderson, really bad tackler, but the effort's there at least. And does get 3 to zone, which puts him at 71 zone now, which is actually not terrible. But yeah, we drop another one as we're heading on to Week 7. Next episode at a 2-4 record against the Chicago Bears. Once again, this is still a massive win of a season already. We were 0-17 last year, and now we've already got 2 wins. I know it's 2-4, and it seems like it's been a while since that last win, but still got to keep on rolling, and once again, potentially make a trade, maybe a blockbuster trade. Because once again, Brian Burns is a decent player. He's a big name as well, so you might be able to get something decent, maybe even a wide receiver. I don't know. I just think tackle helps this team so much more than any other position could. And I think that might be our target. We'll see if there's any teams needing an edge rusher desperately enough to get rid of a good tackle, or maybe they have extra tackles that they're willing to trade for a good edge rusher. I don't know. But regardless, something's got to give. Anyways, if you guys enjoy this one, which, I mean, I still enjoy these a ton. I enjoy the struggle. I enjoy the team-building process. It's rather than, just having it easy sliders, easy. I mean, I've always tried to make hard sliders happen, but it just seems like the game is just so weird. But as of right now, with our overall mixed in with all Madden, I mean, we're feeling the challenge, without a doubt. I mean, this is harder than any user game I've played. Obviously, I haven't played much next-gen Madden. I don't know what next-gen Madden is like for user games, but as far as last-gen Madden goes, I feel like I can beat, maybe not anyone, but I have a good chance to do well against a lot of people, whereas in this, I mean, I'm going into it just feeling it, I'm feeling like, okay, I'm just going to throw to the first person that's open, no matter how far it is. I have to be double sure about, zone drops and, different things that, like, I don't know when people are going to jump on a ball. Obviously, Gilmore showed us that a week ago, and, it's a fun challenge, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Hopefully you guys, if you're new, maybe subscribe. Maybe leave a like if you liked the video. And, maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays. And that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!